What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Leela. I was gonna put on my face because it's, the 4th of July. Excuse me, I'm eating some cherries. I have no motivation. There's nothing to do. Everybody's at cookouts with their families or, at the beach. I have no desire to do anything but stuff my face. And I don't even want to do that because, it causes you to get fat. I can't help it. I got so much on my mind right now. Right. So, we're having this meeting for everybody about social services, about Noah's Law or whatever. Somebody messaged me and was asking me if I wanted to come because CPS severely fucked up my case and is just handing these people back their children that shouldn't be parents. And I'm like, hell yeah. But I don't want to go there empty-minded with nothing to say. There is parents that get their children by doing the bare minimum, and I think that they need to step their game up because I did everything that the department asked me to do and they still told me no. So it's like, how can you tell me no but tell somebody yes that is a known drug addict that's had a severe CPS case before, the children was removed before, and y'all think it's okay for this person to have their child? Don't get me wrong. There is some cases where people fuck up and then they change their ways and they get clean, and if they have more children, but when is enough enough? You know what I mean? And who gets to decide, really? Is it, because in my case, the I can't say who it was, but in my case, it's like, I don't know. Let's put it this way. Social services and one other attorney was fighting, right, for me not to have the kids. And that's two, okay? So that's my attorney, Harrison's attorney, Harry's attorney, and Juan's attorney that wanted me to have the children, that argued for me to have the children. But a known junkie with a treatment program, I assume, is allowed her kids. But this night, here and there, I won't try to make a video about how they wronged me. I just want to make a video about how they can make things better in the future. All right, this is how I can put it. It's simple. If the parent is willing to make, I can't even say to make, like me, take me for example. I can only take myself for example. I was a mother, willing and able to provide all the necessities that I needed for my children. The only curve with me is that I didn't really have a lot of help on watching the children. Like, it was only me, Juan, and Stephanie most of the time. So, and if I'm trying to work and go to school, who's watching the kids? You know what I'm saying? And most of the time it was Juan. So even when I applied for assistance, it still took them Well, they said that it would take 30 days. Y'all got to think that I started going to school in January. So how did I start going to school in January and need child care assistance, But when I started working, because let's face it, we needed more money. I wanted to do more things with the kids, and in order to do that, you gotta have money. So I started working. I figured we could take a vacation when I got some tax returns. I always talked about maybe the Great Wolf Lodge. Anyways, I am getting off a subject, and I do apologize. But it's just so many thoughts that run through my head. Okay, here's my thought. If a parent, say they're hooked on drugs, for instance, okay? Say they get a couple of clean urine samples or hair follicle tests, whatever. Okay, that's good. Well, are they willing to further their education? What if they were a high school dropout? Are they willing to get a GED so they can get a better job in order to support their family? And if they did get a GED, like me, I have a GED, are they willing to further their education in order, to be successful, to keep a job, to maintain a job? Absolutely. That would be great. And then what about, there's so much help for like ex-offenders, like people that went to prison or people that has a drug problem, but there's not really too much help for people like me that had a bunch of kids that didn't work out with the father, and I'm left to raise these children. And an accident occurs and the state comes in and they think because you have no family to help you or no family to claim these kids that they should just go off and live with the system, live with the state. No. I am willing, able, and capable of taking care of my children. And I think that the department fucks up by doing judgment calls because obviously they can't judge shit. Obviously, they need some real motherfuckers up in there, okay, to make judgments calls. If their house is dirty, clean it the fuck up. Like, we ain't playing with y'all. You know what I'm saying? These are kids. Fuck. And people I don't even know what to say, man, because it's fucked up. Because we don't really know what happened to the kid yet until an autopsy comes out and until a trial starts. It sucks. I got so many thoughts on it. Like, there's so many people out here that's grilling and cooking out, and it's not a time to celebrate for me. I haven't celebrated in a long time. People think that I go off and, I go to California for fun and shit. I go to California to at least say I did something, have stories to tell my kids when they come home. This shit is fucking ridiculous, man. I feel like this bitch didn't make no attempt. And if you don't show up to visitation, or if you have, why don't the judge call in the visitation worker? Or how about a doctor? Like, why the only people that is on stand is a social worker? Like, I don't get that, man. I don't understand that. Why wasn't my TLC worker there, Together Lives Change? Why wasn't, why didn't my counselor that I sat with week after week after week, why wasn't she on stand? Why wasn't my original worker on stand? Like, CPS got it fucked up, man. And I believe and then they talk about caseloads and oh, they're overworked or this or that or this or that. Man, you signed up for that job. Just like a cop, you signed up for that job. This is the shit that you got to do. And when you do your job correctly, I hope you get rewarded. I hope you will be rewarded. I don't want to speak off subject, but look at that gypsy girl or whatever. She killed her mom or whatnot. And I believe she was mother of the year. She won Mother of the Year award. I mean, y'all people put on your glasses and put on your suits and think that y'all can judge these people based off of what you want to hear. And that's not who they are. And then when someone comes to you and tells you, hey, this is me, I'm a natural born sinner. You know what I'm saying? I love raising my children and I'm a little fucked up individual, but I try to make it work and I try to make my children good men because I'm a good person. You know? These people that are sitting here making the judgment calls ain't doing too good of a job, man. I've wrote the judge several times after, he decided to go with adoption. I mean, I wrote him, and the lady, she would be so fucking nasty. She'd be like, it's going in the file, but it's not necessarily that he would read it. And if he does read it, he will not respond. Because y'all got to think, after the judge told me that my parental rights were terminated, I was going up there once a month submitting a letter to the judge and telling him, like, how he fucked up, like how the kids got abused. Like, come on now. Cameron told me at a visitation that a little boy in the house said for him to suck his dick. And I try not to think negative, man. And I'm trying not to think negative. But y'all sitting here letting a doped out bitch. All I gotta say is the system, rather you freebase crack cocaine in front of your children instead of me being a mother to my children. Those were somebody's exact words to me. You know why? You want to know why? Here's the kicker. Because they have programs for said parents. They don't have programs for parents that have mental disabilities such as schizophrenia or maybe personality disorders. But yet, these said people have never had no criminal charges pressed against them or hasn't been hospitalized because of hurting themselves or others. I think we need to weigh in all the factors, especially when it comes into people with disability. And Noah's mom claims to be disabled. Okay, well, what exactly is her disability? Because if you able to lay down and fuck and have some children, look at me coughing, and God don't like ugly. That's why, because I shouldn't be talking shit on people. You know what I'm saying? And he's like choking me up because he's like, look here, bitch. I'm trying to send you to do a message. I'm trying to get you to create a message. All right? And I'm fucking up by talking shit on people. And I realize that. So I'm going to try not to be like that. But it's hard not to. It's hard not to. It's easy to fall into sin. I mean, y'all just seen me talking about this girl, and she don't know me from a hole in a wall. She don't know that my 7 kids are taken by CPS. She don't know shit about me, and I really shouldn't be talking so ill will about her when I don't know her situation. But, and even the court documents, I didn't hear her side. Like, she might have set her kid on the hot stove and it could have been an accident. I don't know. Me personally, I would never set a child on a stove at all. But then again, I mean, things that we think that we will never do or will never happen, it seems to find us. You know, it's almost as if we manifest the fear and it comes knocking on our door, whether we like it or not. And I just want to say that there needs to be better laws. There needs to be better judgment calls. People need to stop getting so evolved in their shit and start looking at a bigger picture. And we need to come together as a community. I mean, the government will never be for us. I mean, it's all a big game, you know. Let's be real. It's to keep us down, but you know, I believe that God got us here for a reason, and I'm sorry that little Noah's life ended short, but it's brought a community together, and so many people are aware of the corrupt system. So even Noah had a purpose, and he's now walking with the Lord. He's with. I mean, I believe that with every ounce of my being, and it is very devastating. Very devastating. Oh, I got goosebumps. It's sad, y'all. It's sad. It's really sad because, you know, he was 2 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, the last time I really saw Valentino, he was 2 years old. Shit. When he was 10 months old when he had that accident. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know I had that accident with him. You know what I mean? And I'm just thinking, like, I did everything possible for my child. You know what I mean? You sit there and you call the paramedics because you want them for help, and it's like they kind of fucked me in a way. You know what I mean? Like, Valentino was already breathing and shit by the time they got there, and you know, this happened. People don't give a fuck. They think that their way of life is right. You know, that's why we stay divided, because of our cultural differences, of our religious beliefs. You know, some people believe in science, some people believe in God. I know when I hear people believe in other religions or things, I look and like, but they're allowed to believe that. That's what free will is for. But I just want to say that it hurts me that it takes a death for the community to realize that the system is corrupt. He brought me dinner, y'all. Let's see it. Oh, he threw a cherry in there? Weirdo. I don't know, y'all. Look, my eyelashes, I hate it. I know I'm just talking, and now that I see this food, all I want to do is eat. No. No. I'm saying no. I don't want to fucking gain any more weight, yo, so I need to watch what the fuck I'm eating. My sister was telling me to either eat a bunch of soups. I started eating soup, and all I wanted was either garlic bread or grilled cheese. And then it's all like, you're not really dieting if you do it like that, you know? So I gotta think about healthy alternatives. Too bad it's not loaded up with butter, but you could have put some pepper on there, Jesus. Garlic, salt, onion powder, something. Or douse it in hot sauce. But as I was saying, so they're either going to be strict as fuck at social services, like to where nobody can get their fucking kids, or they're actually going to do their job. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's been saying that they're going to be strict as fuck. Not about being strict. It's about doing your job. You know? Your job is to protect children. You know what I'm saying? And when they ain't doing so, I mean, some shit might not matter to y'all, but some shit matters to me. A lot of shit matters to me. Like, I want my children either raised with Spanish heritage, something Spanish, something white cultured, but instead they get put in gay family homes. Yeah, I just found out that my children was with a lesbian couple, and it kind of bothers me. 2 women kissing in front of my sons. 2 women holding hands in front of my sons. How is 2 bitches gonna raise my children? How is 2 women allowed to raise my children? And y'all think that they endure more abuse at home? Sometimes it's what y'all greedy little motherfuckers put them through. My children would never have been exposed to "let me suck your dick" or 2 bitches kissing in front of them. Because let me tell you something. I didn't hang out when the kids were home. They were my life. That was it. I didn't have time to hang out. You know. It just pisses me off that I feel like social services is doing everything that I'm against. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know, it just pisses me off to my core. Like, a lot of people want to say, that's like saying 2 guys can raise my son. That kind of makes me uneasy. I'm not saying that they're bad people. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that I don't want my kids exposed to that shit. But I have no control over it because I don't have custody of them. But guess what? The people that have custody of my children don't give a fuck. They don't care. They place them there knowing, you know, probably happy for them. Hey, I know gay people. That's fine. That's cool. Whatever. Pops your cherry. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever tickles your pickle. What the fuck ever. Don't mean I want my kids exposed to it. Don't mean I want my children exposed to any Satanism or any type of other religion besides Christianity. Let's be real. I think I would be very fucking upset if they came back to me talking about Gandhi and Buddha or whoever else. I mean, if they came to me and said Zeus is the Greek god, I'd be like, no, there's one God. And I think that's what makes me mad. I have no say. So things like this is what matters. This is what the judge should be asking you. And you know what I mean? Like, well, how do you treat the kid at home? Or they should have had the school come in. You know what? That's a good idea because teachers see the kids every day. How are they being treated at school? Are they bad? I mean, not bad, because all kids are bad to a point. But as a parent, at least fucking trying. Y'all know, I had the school write several letters on my behalf. You know why? I was big on education. I didn't play about that shit. Actually, when we were in California, and Harrison thought he was being a slick motherfucker, asked me to come out there when my brother died, and then him and his skank ass mama, Jeanette Trujillo Hardesty. Oh, look at this shit. Stole custody of my kids, and I had to fight 8 months to get them back. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. And the baby daddies ain't shit. He ain't shit. But just to show you what I do for my kids. And let's go beyond and do what I gotta do. Some big ass pieces of chicken. Delicious. I'm just upset because bad shit keeps happening to good people. And I'm only here to tell you that it's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better. And once it gets better, it's a temporary happiness. So you need to enjoy it while you can. What the fuck is this? Pineapple. It tasted like pineapple, but had a tang to it. I don't even know if y'all. It almost tasted like cleaner. Try that. Yeah, motherfucker, you gave it to me. I just drank a big ass gulp of it. Shit. Anyways, what it taste like?
Tastes nice. Tastes good.
You like it? And maybe it's an off-brand. What is it?
Off-brand.
Stings the nostrils. Shit, because we cheap. We can't be, we ain't rich like these motherfuckers out here. But don't mean you should have my kids because I ain't rich. Because if I could take care of my kids for damn near 11 years, I can do it till they 18. You heard? Shit. Anyways, I think CPS need better social workers that won't fold under pressure. You know what it is? A real ass motherfucker needs to be the investigator. Like, be a detective, Talk to the neighbors. If the child's in school, talk to the school. Go to their last school. Figure out who they are. You can't judge somebody on their Facebook, because let me tell you something. Y'all would think I was a porn star or something on my Facebook, because it's some raw shit. And I'm into dark humor. I want babyfied. I guess I got daddy issues. I never knew my father. So I'm into that shit. Not bondages and shit, because I was raped as a kid, but that's a story for another time. But anyway, getting back to the subject. There needs to be better laws, like point blank period. And I don't think that it needs to be better laws. I think that it needs to be a better process. That's what I meant to say. And for those mothers that come forth and want help and desire to be the greatest of who they can be, there should be programs to help them women. You know, it is what it is. I'm off here. Y'all enjoy y'all's 4th of July. I know I'm not, but it's okay.